Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. While the President of the United States made a show of handing authoritative control for a Syrian attack back to Congress on Saturday, a sixth U.S. warship with several hundred Marines on board has entered into the Mediterranean Sea as Syria reported that it would be ready to retaliate at a moment's notice if the country is attacked in any way by Western forces. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has announced the approval of 4 poultry processing plants in China that will allow meat within the country to be processed and exported back to America for human consumption. The approval has drawn sharp criticism from food safety advocates who worry that lax safety protocols and a high prevalence of bird flu within China may spread the deadly disease to America by routes that it would not otherwise follow. The Peruvian government has extended a snow emergency to include 9 additional regions as unusually cold weather froze over 20,000 animals to death, has killed a growing number of residents, and devastated the livelihoods of thousands of Peruvians who were not prepared to deal with temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius at such an unusual time. Thousands of Tunisians marched through the country's capital on Saturday calling for the immediate resignation of the Islamist-led government as the nation's political crisis deepens. At least 15 people were killed in China on Saturday after liquid ammonia began leaking from a refrigeration unit at a cold storage plant in China's financial hub of Shanghai. Authorities are investigating the cause of the accident for possible claims of sabotage and have interviewed a number of key employees but have released no further details. Japan is reporting that the Nuclear Regulation Authority is considering a desperate plan to purposefully reduce the amount of water used to cool the Fukushima nuclear power plant in a bid to cut down on the amount of radioactive water leaking back into the Pacific Ocean. Authorities in the Suez Canal are reporting that a terrorist staged an unsuccessful attack on a container ship that was passing through the canal in an attempt to disrupt the flow of ships. Security officials are not releasing what kind of an attack was staged, but sources close to the shipping centers within the canal are reporting that at least 2 explosions were heard in the area before a large-scale tactical response was initiated. And to wrap things up, an armed U.S. spy drone reportedly killed at least 4 people in Waziristan. A team of officials were assaulted in Nepal when trying to cull infected poultry. The United Nations warns Sri Lanka on increasing cases of authoritarian rule. A CME is expected to hit Earth's magnetosphere today, and a 5.9 in Alaska as well as a 5.3 in Indonesia complete today's Quake Watch. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by SHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.